a trap.
To the show. Well, the weather has been shocking.
Storm Ciara batters Britain with winds of up to 97 miles an hour.
Heavy rain and strong winds causing widespread flooding and leaving thousands of homes without power.
Oh! Back! Oh my fucking God! It was mental. Walls were falling down. Waterfalls were going up. And for some reason, Channel 4 filmed a duck.
Nobody seemed to be going anywhere fast today.
Why are you filming me, mate? I'm a fucking duck. If anything, I've had an extension.
It gets madder. Did you see why trains were being stopped? Does it get more British than this?
A large number of problems yesterday were caused by flying trampolines getting stuck on the tracks and in the wires.
Only in this country.
We apologise for the late running of this service, which was due to trampolines. On another note, our replacement bus service has been hit by a space hopper.
The trains were nothing. How did pilots manage to land when their planes were doing this? He's like a piss bloke trying to get into his house. Come on, Dave, here we go. I'm in. Fucking wrong house, wrong house. Mind you, not all flights struggled. Thanks to the wind, one plane went so fast it broke the subsonic New York to London flight record, reaching a speed of 825 miles an hour. Good news, they broke the record. Bad news, everyone on board shat themselves. We've actually got a photo of the pilot.
Poor flight attendant, who wants a drink? Don't ask for coffee!
Now, what I don't get, and I'm sure you're the same, when the weather's shit, they make reporters stand in it.
It is incredibly windy here. Stay indoors if you can. As you can see, the heavy snow has already begun.
It's pretty windy here.
They don't do that with any other news. Tyson Fury is the world champion. Harry and Meghan have left the UK. I'm in their cupboard. The conditions were so bad. Look what it made this reporter do.
And as you can see behind me, the traffic is free-flowing for now. Oh, shit himself.
Did he just say he shit himself?
Oh, shit himself.
Here's a question. Who needs to be told this? The Environment Agency yesterday warned people against taking storm selfies. Fucking influencers.
I'm taking a photo. Wave, all right.
No, wave, you dozy twat! Wave! I mean, Christ, even golf can be dangerous in 90-mile-an-hour winds. It's a classic British response. My mate's in trouble. Hello, YouTube. Talking of social media, it's been a week of pointless anger. Did you see what happened to Labour's Tracy Brabin?
Labour's Tracy Brabin has been criticised over a dress showing her shoulder.
And it prompted a barrage of tweets. Some people were questioning her professionalism, others delivering personal attacks and offensive sexist comments.
It's just a fucking shoulder! It's not like she grabbed her tit and went, order! Order! What is wrong with it? When did shoulders become shocking? Don't see flashes in parks. Never seen a bloke on a building site. Bloody hell, look at the clavicles on that. Oh, whoa! Oh, girl, you got shoulder blades that don't quit. Flex for me, girl, flex for me. Oh, woo, 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 woo. Woo. Put a satchel on it, you know. It's ridiculous. People were saying, this is so nuts, she doesn't dress like a politician. Have you seen Boris Johnson? It's like Mr. Blobby's been paintballing.
But Tracy Brabin showed too much flesh.
That's not showing too much flesh on telly. This is.
We've seen some great goals here tonight.
Such a weird reaction. Yeah, we've scored. What are you doing, Brian? I'm happy, Dave. I'm happy. Do you know the best bit about that clip? Look at the advert underneath. Now, the big showbiz news of the week was, of course, this.
The ITV presenter Philip Schofield has revealed that he's gay.
Every person I tell, it gets a little lighter and a little lighter.
Most people went good on him, some people went, is he? But a small minority were absolutely furious. Storming a machine gun nest is brave, coming out as gay is not. Whoa! It's not a competition. How can you be angry and insane? Covering yourself in bacon and waking up a lion, that's brave. Eating a vindaloo and farting in white jeans, that's brave. Tell you what isn't brave, sniping about someone's sexuality on Twitter without having the balls to use your own name. Exactly. Why are some people so angry? It's disgusting. What if kids are watching this morning? A, they won't care, and B, they'll be in school, you thick fuck. What if they're bunking off? What? Kids are skipping school because of this morning? Should we play FIFA? No, Holly and Phil are doing a feature on Scattercushion. Oh, Gino De Campo's making a leek and potato pie. Best day ever! Let's be honest, some people just love to be angry about nothing. And it's not just the right, it's the left too. I mean, look what's happening to bingo.
And now who fancies a game of woke bingo? Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Well, apparently millennials are binning off the traditional British bingo game. They're said to be tired of the much-loved phrases associated with the numbers.
Woke bingo? Have you seen the new phrases? 88 Wills and Kates. 74 recycle more. 83 gluten-free. Why have we done this? Who was upset by bingo? It's not like it was shocking. I mean, I get it if they were going, number 4, Nana's a whore. 78, Hitler was great. Number 40, genital warty. And 81, I fucked your mum. Now, moving on, have you seen what's been happening with Donald Trump?
Trump's impeachment trial over. The Senate acquits him, the Democrats despair.
And did he respond with dignity and grace? What do you think?
It was all bullshit.
Of course not. Did you see what he did to Nancy Pelosi at the State of the Union?
The tension between President Trump and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was on display from the beginning, when the president appeared to snub Pelosi's handshake.
And how did she respond? She did this.
Nancy Pelosi ripped up her copy of his speech.
To be honest, I don't think she went far enough. If that had been me, I'd have done this.
From the instant I took office, I regret
If you really want to get under his skin, go full football fan.
slashing a record number of job-killing regulations, enacting historic...
Just an idea. Trump said loads of things, but he didn't say anything about gun control, which is madness. I mean, have you seen the protesters in West Virginia?
Thousands of pro-gun activists, many drawn from militias from across America, descended on the state capitol. USA! 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 Heavily armed and warning they would never surrender their weapons.
Government wants revolution, then that's what they'll get. Nobody here really wants war. Nobody here, wants to be out fighting.
Then why are you dressed like Rambo? You can't say you don't want to fight if you're dressed like this. If you want peace, don't carry a gun, carry this. Exactly, listen to you. Try starting a war with that. Stand back or I'll pug you. Do you know the maddest thing? Listen to why they're protesting.
Virginia now has a Democratic governor and state assembly wanting to limit gun purchases to 1 a month.
How am I supposed to defend myself if I can only get 12 guns a year? 1 a month, only in America would your phone data last longer than your gun. It's so messed up so far this year. It's already been 4,000 gun deaths in America. That's more than 100 every day. And all their leader says is this.
I want to send our thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers to the family.
Thoughts and prayers don't do shit, you moron! You're the president, not a fucking Jedi. Ridiculous. Right? The point I'm making, something needs to be done. I mean, Christ, US kindergartens are now teaching nursery rhymes to prep kids for school shooters. It's insane. Rather than banning guns, they're teaching children nursery rhymes. Yeah, that'll work, won't it? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Grab your gun, lock and load, and shoot them in the spleen. Miss, shouldn't we beat the psychos on the bus? Go bang, 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 all day long. Jack and Jill went up the hill to get a better vantage point. It's utterly ludicrous. But if they are going to be taught one, this is how it should go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, 4,000 deaths this year so far. Surely something must be done. Donald, please stop acting dumb. Why won't he do more than pray? Because he was given 30 million by the NRA. Join me after a break when I'll be chatting to the presenter and author, Konnie Huq.
My friend said to me, you know what you need to do to leave? You need a scandal. And I was like, oh, yeah, I need a scandal. And then I was like, well, one of them's already been a porn film, so that's gone.
What was that?
That was Peter Duncan.
I did not know
that. Yeah, Peter Duncan was in a porno.
As feel like in the audience at home Googling right now. Yeah, I can confirm. There you go.
John Leslie had all his sex allegations, didn't he?
There's another one?
That was scandal gone. Richard Bacon did cocaine, so that's like scandal gone. I was like, all the scandals are taken. I could always shag one of the dogs.
Let's talk about the wonderful air we all breathe.
Pollution is the largest environmental cause of disease and premature death in the world.
Killing about 7 million people a year.
It's akin to being a heavy smoker, smoking a pack and a half of cigarettes every day.
The air we're breathing here in London is literally killing us.
15 times more than all wars and other forms of violence combined.
Air pollution kills more people than war. You hear that? You need to take a deep breath. But if you do, you're gonna die. But what's frustrating, rather than focusing on scientists, the media shows us environmental protesters like this.
Whatever you're keeping right now, just dance it.
Fuck me sideways and call me Brenda. You are not gonna save the world by doing yoga! Carbon emissions are up. Don't worry, I've got it covered. Here's a tip, don't do yoga. Here's another, don't protest on the tube. Remember this? Londoners will go at you like a zombie. And that is them on their way to work. If he pulled that shit on the way home, they'd have eaten him. All they would have found was a tiny pair of vegan shoes. I ain't eating that, Dave. It must kill you if you're a climate change scientist, passionate, full of knowledge, and people like this are speaking for you.
Environmentally speaking, we're in incredibly hot water, and we do need to transition.
You don't
to a
know why,
plant-based
do you?
food system.
You don't know the science. You don't know why you think we're in hot water.
Well, I'm just a broccoli at the end of the day.
I get that.
Brutal, isn't it? Fancy dress doesn't help. You didn't see the suffragettes dressed as cauliflowers. We need emancipation. Emmeline, fetch me a parsnip. Dressing up as veg isn't going to save the planet, and nor is this. Protesters cover themselves in fake oil to demonstrate against National Portrait Gallery's BP sponsorship deal. In case you didn't see it, here they are. They don't look distressed. They look like profiteroles. So what else do they do to change people's minds? Hand out leaflets, show videos? No. Protester Eden Rickson read a poem. That'll fix it, won't it? The winter's too hot. The summer too bitter. I'll drizzle that oil all over my shirt. I've got this, scientist. I'll speak for the movement, thank you. What I'm trying to say, don't give the media the opportunity to undermine our cause. The air is killing us. It's so bad. In China, air pollution kills more than 1.5 million people a year. In India, Delhi's smog-fighting helicopters can't fly because of smog. You're probably thinking, yeah, but that's not air. Guess again.
A new study has found air pollution is triggering hundreds more heart attacks, strokes and acute asthma attacks in the UK.
And do you know where one of the worst spots is? Buckingham Palace. Can you imagine when Charles heard that? So let me get this straight. She lives in the most polluted part of the most polluted city in the country, and she's still not dead? What the fuck's a brother gotta do? I'm gonna get myself an actress and I'm gonna fuck off to Canada. So what are we doing about the air? Good question. Have we got scientists on the case? Good question. No. We've got this. Pigeons in tiny backpacks are measuring air pollution in London. We're fitting pigeons with Fitbits. If you saw that pigeon, you'd shit yourself. Look at it. Look at it. Hello, police. I've just seen a pigeon. I think he's joined ISIS. Pigeons or not, we got to do something. Do you know air pollution is harming every organ in our bodies? It's slowly killing us, like a conversation with a YouTuber. What I'm saying is, don't dress up as a vegetable. Don't give the media the opportunity to make out climate change isn't a thing. If you want to do something, be like one of these heroes. Lee Yes, a 15-year-old Kenyan footballer who plants a tree every time he scores a goal. The Smog Free Project, who've invented the world's largest smog vacuum cleaner in an effort to create clean air in all public spaces. And how about Charlie Bliss? He's 101 years old and he received a patent on a design that captures carbon dioxide emissions and stops them entering the air. No broccoli, no poems, just ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Simple. Now it's time for Playground Politics. This week, I spoke to the kids about space.
So it's 50 years since mankind landed on the moon, but some people believe it didn't happen.
Well, not every man is kind, so...
Do you know, some people think it was all a lie and that we never landed on the moon. What? What do you think?
I think we did land on the moon, it was obvious. They're thick. Thick as a fish.
Yeah. If you were going to go to holiday in space, what would you do to pass the time?
Float around, just go wee.
Your hair would look fantastic. Apparently there's going to be a hotel in space. Would you stay there?
No. Hotel.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
They're on about building one.
What?
Yeah.
In space.
In space.
And tell me how they're going to build it.
I don't know exactly, I don't know the mechanics. I think it's going to be sort of floating somewhere. It's going to have like a swimming pool and a gym and restaurants, and you would
You
sort of...
can't get a swimming pool.
Why?
Water's going to fly.
Would you rather go there or to Disneyland?
There's no land there.
Despite your reservations?
Yeah.
What would you do if you saw an alien at your window and he waved at you?
Say, bonjour, madame.
Nice.
I would make sure that it's friendly. If not, I'll light him up.
Yeah, fair enough. What accent would an alien have?
Gibberish.
What would you say if I was the alien?
Get off my planet.
Do you want to try some space food? It's frozen ice cream.
Oh, thank you.
So give it a try. See what you think. What do you make of it, Rowan?
That's interesting. I've never tried frozen ice cream before.
Well, I've never seen anyone eat it like that either.
It is nice. Just put it in your mouth. It'll taste better. Do you know, there's a kind of gravity. It can stay.
It's a kind of gravity.
What?
Don't do that. I mean, it was fine, and then you went full Tom Jones in a school.
My guest this week is a much-loved TV presenter who's now turned her hand to children's books. Konnie Huq made history as Blue Peter's longest-running female presenter.
I don't like it!
Since then, she's co-written an episode of Black Mirror.
For everyone, fuck you!
Launched a podcast, and now she's just released an acclaimed children's book. Please welcome Connie Hall! Come here, Ciara. Hello. I see you. How are you?
I'm good. This is nice.
It's all right, isn't it?
And these are real... I thought this would be, like, set.
No, no.
And, like, not bona fide newspapers.
Actual
this is
papers.
proper.
Yeah, it's
I could start taking it apart and reading old news. That's mad. I actually thought... Did you think this was real? Or you knew? I didn't.
I love it. We've had so many guests. I've never had somebody instantly sabotage the set. Look here.
Sorry, I'm so rock and roll. That's
I
what
like
do.
you. No,
Do you? That's nice. I like you too.
Well, the reason I like you particularly is I've met you at a showbiz party, and what I loved about it
What
is...
did I do?
Well, you were the only person that spoke to my wife.
Oh.
Because my wife isn't famous and everyone was ignoring her, and you went, "Hey, I'm Connie."
I know the party you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
And your wife is a doctor, and you're punching above your weight. It has to...
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very lovely and very interesting. Say
Yeah.
hi to her. I really like her.
I will say hello to her, yeah.
Good, good, good.
So, a lot of people may not know that you're married to Charlie Brooker.
I am.
Of Screen Wipe and Black Mirror fame. And there you go. There's a few people like that. And you actually co-wrote an episode of Black Mirror together.
Yes, we did. We co-wrote 15 Million Merits, which is all about a society in which sort of people... they all live in these giant sort of high-tech, almost like gymnasiums, because they sort of pedal to generate units of currency or electricity to power everything, and they inanely watch TV screens with light entertainment on. And, yeah, it's all to do with this sort of reality show. It's kind of like an X Factor or Britain's Got Talent style show.
And what was it like writing with your husband?
Basically, it was really good because you can roll out of bed and just write it at home without having to go into an office or write it in bed. And you know,
have you done that?
That
would be amazing.
I was going to say, yeah, we're always writing in between the covers, coming up with ideas. But no.
I'm sort of curious about it. Like, do you ever squabble?
Yeah, definitely. Just overthink. So, I don't know, like, I like to think that... Because it's quite... weirdly, it is a hard episode, but it's quite soft with the love story and stuff like that. I like to think that a woman's touch has helped bring softer elements to Black Mirror, because we live, eat and breathe Black Mirror in that house, because there's always one being cast, one being edited, one being, you know, so it's like a treadmill, and writing is a really collaborative thing, and often he'll be stuck on a plot point or this or that, and we'll discuss things, or even just weird things that happen, like, I don't know, when we got Alexa before, and, like, our kid came in the kitchen one day and went, Alexa, I mean Daddy, and we were like, oh no, this is the beginning of the end, when your child is mistaking you for Alexa.
And talking of kids, you've just written a children's book.
I have, yes, I have. It's called Cookie and the Most Annoying Boy in the World. The main character, she always feels like a bit of an outsider, she's a bit other, she sort of feels like she doesn't quite fit in. And so this new kid moves into town who she thinks is the most annoying boy in the world. But actually, as you learn, annoying is subjective and is in the eye of the beholder. And so, basically, it's just sort of about, you know, the things all kids go through, and adults as well. Jealousy, love, hate, annoyance, stuff like that.
Is that based on your life?
Kind of. If it was purely about me, it'd be really boring, so it's like me on speed. Or not on speed, but on... that came out...
I'll tell you what, I cannot imagine you on speed.
It's a caricatured version.
Right, OK. And she's called Cookie.
Yes.
And you're Connie.
Yeah.
What's her surname?
Hack.
Is it really? Is it really? Fantastic. So she's called Cookie Hack. Lovely. Did you try out any of the book on the kids?
Do you know what?
And
my 7-year-old...
Did they give you feedback?
Yeah, literally giving me notes. I don't think you should call it that. You should do that. Take that character out, do this, do that. But actually, he gives good feedback. I always say the kids know better than the adults.
Right.
Because the adults go, that's really great, and the kids are like, it's gone over their head or whatever. And my 7-year-old, he says it's not nepotism, although he doesn't know the word nepotism, but he says it's not favouritism within the family. It's his favourite book.
Right.
So there you go. Anyone, yeah, oh.
Well, I love the fact maybe he's doing that with Charlie as well. That's my favourite Black Mirror, definitely.
Yeah, playing us off against one another. And also, there's no filter. You can't get them to lie on your behalf because they just will tell on you all the time. Like, the other day, our son went to Charlie, you are the worst dad ever. You're the worst dad ever. And Charlie went, no, I'm not. Joseph Fritzl is. And he just came out. It gets worse.
Hang on, there's more? Go on.
Well, there's more in that now our son has taken to whenever he's annoyed with Charlie, he goes, you are worse than Joseph Fritzl. And I'm like, do not say that in public.
So are there, because there's, what I love, there's one specific part of your life that's in the book when you've failed.
There's quite a lot of them in there.
You failed miserably on Blockbusters.
Oh gosh, it was so embarrassing. Yes.
I didn't know this story. It's wonderful.
Yeah, while I was at school, I went on Blockbusters. It was really exciting. Whole school tuned in. Everyone ready, like, oh, going on Blockbusters. Didn't get one question right, didn't get to a gold run, came straight out. And history repeats itself. Since having kids, you know that thing of baby brain? I went on Celebrity 15 to 1 and same thing, 2 questions wrong, out I came. And I'm like, I'm never doing quiz shows ever again.
Well, we've got a clip of you when you were on Blockbusters.
Oh.
This is fantastic.
Now, you've appeared on television before, haven't you, Connie?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Connie, when was it?
It was on Blue Peter.
Oh, you're rather hesitant about this. How long ago was it then, Connie?
About, oh gosh, I don't know, 2 years ago or something.
Oh, it was after you apparently met me at some fete at a school.
Oh, that was when I was 4.
When you were 4?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, well, Blockbusters was going about
I
that
sat
time.
on your knee and you gave me a lollipop.
You didn't know that. I gave her a lollipop.
I mean,
It's true, in a totally innocent way.
Yeah, but you can see the sweat on him go, what? Hey?
Did you notice how I speak with a very BBC accent?
Yes, I did.
Hello. Welcome to the BBC. I'm so old.
What was your mascot? Because they always used to have a mascot on Blockbusters.
I don't remember. Was it in that? I'm not sure.
I couldn't see one. Because that was what I was curious, because they were...
Maybe that's where I went wrong, because I got no questions right, as we know, and came out.
But I always thought
Didn't do the mascot.
The best mascot would have been to have, like, a miniature Bob Holness. And then when they
With
get...
a wagging head.
But what's your specialist subject? And you go, voodoo. And then...
start stabbing him, see if you can bend him around. Do you ever, obviously, you know, I remember you from the days of Blue Peter. Do you...
Don't say that you grew up with me, because that would just... you know what? All the time, people come up to me and I think, oh, I'm the same age as you. I perpetually go around thinking I'm in my 20s.
Yeah.
And so my peers come up to me and they go, I grew up with you. And I'm like, no! And I got an invite to my 20-year school reunion the other day, and I was literally so delighted. I was like, this can't be happening to me. That only happens to those people in American films that go back to the small town they grew up in. And the saddest bit is I can't even say that was this year. That was about 5 years ago now. I'm going to get my 25th year school reunion.
Did you go?
Soon. No.
I didn't go?
I'm not on Facebook or anything. I'm actually, like, I'm just such a homebody. That party I saw you at was probably, like, one of the only things that I've been to in a decade.
But you were having a good time.
Yeah, I make up for lost time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was like, Whee!
I'm not talking about Peppa Pig. Yeah.
But what was it like, kind of working on Blue Peter? Because it seems so fiddly to me, like sticky back plastic, and you've got to do...
all that.
I did Taskmaster, and basically I had to make a parachute out of a plastic bag with, like, string and a spoon, and you meant to do it in 20 minutes. And genuinely, I just couldn't get it. And in that moment, I understood why Richard Bacon did coke. Like, it was that thing of just going... It just... And I was curious, were there ever moments like that where you were just, like... It was hard to kind of... Because there's kids and there's animals and you have to be nice.
Oh, my God. I nearly did kill a hamster once. We were at the... It was terrible. We were at the 42nd Doncaster Small Animals Roadshow, where these people...
I know it.
Have you been?
No.
And I was holding this hamster, and the sound man was just miking up the other person. We were getting ready to do the interview. You always have to hold the animal. And it bit me really hard, and I just went, ah! And, like, it went into slow motion, this hamster flying across, and we had this big crowd of people watching.
All animal lovers.
Yeah, all animal lovers, because they gravitated to where the cameras are. And because the sound man was just miking someone up, the boom and his cans were just there, and the hamster hit the boom. Thank goodness, it probably saved its life. And because you can, you know, it amplifies the noise, it just went... So it hit the boom, rebounded, and then there's this horrible moment where it splayed out on the floor like that. And I had visions of these headlines: Blue Peter presenter kills hamster. And then it was just still, and then it got up and ran off, and then we were like, thank you very much, we're going to go and interview someone else, and we all scuttled off, and it was like, phew. But you always get those moments working with children and animals.
Was it exhausting trying to be sort of squeaky clean all the time?
Do you know what? They lucked out with me, because they do this interview where they're like, do you have any skeletons in your closet? You know, I don't drink, I don't smoke. What do you do, in the words of Adam and the Ants? I'm really kind of quite straight. And I remember after I'd been on the show for years and years and years, I was like, oh, gosh, I've been on it for over 10 years, you know. Children have become adults in this time, and I'm still doing the show. But it was so brilliant. You travel everywhere, you meet amazing people, you do amazing things. It's really hard to leave. And my friend said to me, you know what you need to do to leave? You need a scandal. And I was like, oh, yeah, I need a scandal. And then I was like, well, one of them's already been a porn film, so that's gone.
Whoa,
you know,
who's that?
That was Peter Duncan.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Peter Duncan was in a porno.
As Phil, like, in the audience at home Googling right now. Yeah, I can confirm. There you go.
John Leslie had all his sex allegations, didn't he?
There's
so
another one.
that was scandal gone. Richard Bacon did cocaine. So that's like scandal gone. I was like, all the scandals are taken. I could always shag one of the dogs. Lucky to say it's not my bag. I wasn't interested. Never happened.
I love the fact that the crowd applauded. That would have been a way of getting fired.
Am I one of your only guests that hasn't sworn?
You haven't sworn, but you did just say you'd fuck a dog.
No, I said I wouldn't fuck a dog.
Yeah, no,
That's taken me out of context. And now I've
you've
sworn too. Double whammy, yay!
That was fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Connie Hall. Listen, join me after the break when I will be on a barge with Josh Widdecombe.
I think everyone wants to also have sex on a boat once before they die.
But not this kind of boat.
No.
I think if you have
a Roman Abramovich-style boat.
Yeah, if you have sex on a boat like this, it kind of feels like it's against your will, doesn't it? or it's a particularly low-rent porno. Fake barge. Fake. show. Now, normally on play dates is something I want to do, but a little while ago, Josh Widdecombe made me go barging.
Hello.
Hello.
We're barging.
We're barging.
Are you bargers? Oh, nice.
You've never been on an narrowboat before, then?
No.
Ever wanted to?
No.
Why not?
The only people that are on narrowboats are people who are running away from something.
Yeah.
And Rosie and Jim.
And they're running away from something. What are Rosie and Jim running from?
What happened in the 80s in TV?
The reason I brought you here, the greatest holidays of my childhood were the 2 years when we went on a narrowboat holiday. And I've never got to do it again. No one will come with me. But you are contractually obliged to do whatever I want. So here we are.
Why was it so good?
My sister fell in.
Your sister fell in?
My sister fell in. There was a panic, and all that I could hear was my dad shouting, "Get the camera, get the camera."
Yeah. So you nearly lost the big sister?
Nearly lost a big sister, mate, but you know, that's how it goes on barge holidays. You don't all come back alive. Hello.
Hello.
This is absolute catnip to the ladies. All these young people getting into Tinder, you just need to get yourself a barge.
What's the barge equivalent of a wag?
Well,
because whatever it is, you've got barges.
Yeah.
You've got barges.
Hello. Oh, lunch is having a pint. It's Monday morning.
For the benefit of the viewers at home, Josh was just talked to by a couple of barges again.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the most popular I've ever been with women.
It's really fascinating, isn't it? You've not looked better.
Also,
you look good.
Thanks, mate. I think everyone wants to also have sex on a boat once before they die.
But not this kind of boat.
No.
I think if you have...
Yeah, Roman Abramovich style boat.
Yeah, if you have sex on a boat like this, it kind of feels like it's against your will, doesn't it? or it's a particularly low-rent porno. Fake barge.
Fake barge.
What was your worst holiday memory?
Oh, easy. So, Pembrokeshire, camping, had a bad bowl of sugar puffs, threw up. Till you've had a bad bowl of sugar puffs, mate, you have not been sick. I woke up at like 3 a.m. and I thought, I'm going to be sick here. And I was in a compartment with my brother and I felt it all come up. And most heroic thing I've ever done, I held it in my mouth as I unzipped the compartment. Across the foyer, and then I had to unzip another bit.
Yeah.
Out and threw it up outside the tent, and my brother said he's never been so proud of me. Wow. I haven't had a bowl of sugar puffs since. Normally it's an alcohol. People are like, oh, I can't drink rum because I was sick, but for me it's sugar puffs.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's difficult to concentrate because that is possibly the most handsome thing I've ever seen.
That man?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He knows it, though. Look at that six-pack.
It's absolute madness. It's like a Ken doll is literally walking by the barge. It's quite difficult to concentrate when you see something like that.
Yeah. I'm going on a stag do, 30 Welsh blokes on a barge.
Are you a fan of a stag?
I struggle with... I'm not as... I know you think I'm alpha, but I'm not actually as alpha as you think. I went on a stag, and they had, like, you know those T-shirts printed out with the nicknames?
Yes.
And so they got them all out, and there was, like, Shagger and, like, Captain Heineken or whatever.
Captain Heineken? What did you...
Josh. It just said Josh. It was absolute heartbreak. They hadn't even given me a nickname. The thing with a stag is imagine doing this, like, drunk.
Yeah.
It's got losing your deposit written all over it, hasn't it?
Isn't it just, yeah.
Am I about to hit the side there? Do I need to reverse? Oh, we're going to crash. Whoa. Oh, Jesus. That was slick. Right. Can we just shut this?
Yeah.
There's too many people watching. Oh.
We need this. Where's that thing?
Oh, here's the thing. So now just open the thing, I reckon. It is an effort. Be easy to get an Uber.
For a bit of drama, I'm going to leap on.
Oh, no, the rope! The rope! Oh, my word!
It's all fine, it's all fine. Got a round of applause.
Round of applause! Round of applause! Hey, we nailed that, mate.
It's all right, isn't it?
That was one of the best 2 hours of my life.
We've left the thing.
Oh, we've lost it. We left the thing.
finally it's time for Good Deeds. This week, we've got an amazing story about a plumber with a massive heart.
Hi, my name is James and I run Defra Community Initiative. I deliver free plumbing and heating emergency response to anyone over 65 or registered disabled. I've been a plumber for just over 19 years. In March 2017, I went to a gentleman's property. The gentleman was elderly, he was disabled. The house was absolutely freezing cold. Another plumber had got in. I had a look at the paperwork. Boiler inoperative, unrepairable, and a quotation for £5,500 for a new boiler. Something's not right here. So I put my hand in the tank at the top, and that's when I pulled the magazine out. The other engineer stuck the magazine into the tank to make the gentleman believe he needed a new boiler. Shocked is an understatement to how I felt when I seen what this plumber had done. How many other people are having this done to them every single day who can't stick up for themselves. And that's the day Defra was born. Hello? We get phone calls coming in daily, 20 a day. You find out the situation that they're in, and then that's when you turn around and say, well, because you're over 65 or because you're disabled, you do get a discount, and the discount is the full amount. How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, not so bad.
Good man, good man.
My dad's 81, limited income. I don't know how my dad had caught. Very vital to vulnerable people.
It's not a problem, Shay, and thank you as well. Don't forget we're here for you, okay?
Okay,
For your needs.
My mum was diagnosed with Alzheimer's about 5 years ago. I only get a small amount of money for us to cover £600-700. There's no chance. If you hadn't been able to help us, we'd be cold, basically. Thank you so much. Cheers, thank you.
It's an not-for-profit company. Any money that we do make, that then gets used for the community. It's been a very hard road. I've got myself into debt.
It's quite scary, that. I wondered how we was going to pay for it, how we were going to manage. I thought I'd have to sell the house.
A lady rang us and asked us to have a look at her mother's boiler. She was 91 and she was at the end of life care, she had leukemia. So I'd done the invoice by email with no charge under any circumstances with this lady. It went viral. In Germany, in Switzerland, in America, within 2 to 3 days, we had donations coming in from all over the world.
Thank you very much.
Since then, we've fitted over 20 boilers for free. We've done an extra 1,000 jobs, and we've started to go national and help other cities and other communities.
Very proud, immensely proud of him.
We do rely on donations, so please, every penny can help to save a life.
Thanks very much for watching the show. Good night, my friends. Good night.